It's winning season. Have a look at the market cap of OVPP, one of Alex Becker's latest tokens. It almost hit a $200 million market cap. We've been talking about it from way down here. So much opportunity in the market right now to make money. Not only that, in Alex Becker's latest video, he talked about 8 different crypto categories that he's betting on and sort of hedging his bets between, depending on which categories are going to skyrocket. What are the categories? You've got layer ones, DeFi, AI, RWA, gaming, privacy. Why do they have the red X's next to it? Well, because they're not new. They're all around. AI was mid-cycle, but apart from that, they're all around in the last cycle, except for 2 brand new categories. And these are so fresh. It's almost like 1 to 2 weeks old. Not actually, but it's the way it sort of feels at the moment. But energy and resources and robotics are fresh on the map, and there are no blue chips. There are no top tokens in these categories, and the ones that are getting launched right now, including this new robotics token that I'm going to talk about in this video, could be the market leaders in these new categories, which historically have gone to 500 million, if not $1 billion market cap. And I'm also going to give you, this is the third reason I'm excited, not only because we have a new Becker token, a new Becker niche, but of course, I'm going to show you who was first to find this token, because on this channel, we track the biggest influencers, the best traders in the world, and we see not only what trades they're making, but who beat them into those trades, and then we go and follow those people as well. So I'll reveal to you who was actually first to this really awesome trade on this new token. But before we get into specifics, the most important part of this video is understanding trends and understanding interest curves. If you know these 2 things, you're going to be a much more profitable trader, and not only that, but much more profitable business person if you even have your own business or your own products. Because this honestly has made me so much money. It's at 7 figures plus in my life, is understanding these trends. So let me show you in the context of crypto. So metaverse, this is a trend. When you come to Google Trends, it's going to show the interest over time. At what point do you think on this graph Facebook changed their name to Meta? Of course, it was right here. That's when this trend went mainstream, and that's when it blew up. Came back down, had a little bump up, and then came back down, and Metaverse has really taken a backseat to AI recently. Now, everything in crypto mirrors Web 2, but is tokenized. And so the top Metaverse tokens will exactly mirror the trend that happened. This is where Facebook changed their name to Meta, went absolutely nuclear, but in this case, not only can you see what interest there, but you can make a lot of money off it. That's what we're doing in crypto. Everything's basically a real world asset. Everything's going to be tokenized and on chain, and we can make money off it. That is what we are doing here. You can also see at the exact same time that the trend died, so did the metaverse tokens. That little bump up, exact same, and then trailed off to where we currently are today. That is a bigger term trend. But what I want you to understand is that literally everything from split seconds to years, decades, centuries long, everything is a trend. This is a shorter one. This is Luigi Mangione, the guy who, I don't want to say any graphic words just in case we get another ban, because we literally won't be able to post again on YouTube. I'm Rubicon Benji on X. I'll be posting over there if we do get silenced on the YouTube platform. However, Luigi Mangione was all the rage, all the news for a very short amount of time around the event that happened, and it crashed off, had a little spike back up, probably something like his court case, and then trailed off. The trend of Luigi Mangione was of course mirrored inside the crypto world, where it spiked all the way back up, came back down, spiked up again to a 20 mil market cap. Once again, you can make money off trends. Doesn't matter what the trend is, doesn't matter how moral and right the trend is, it doesn't matter how crazy and outlandish the trend is. Crypto and the internet capital markets literally gives you the opportunity to make money off them. There's the spike back up, probably the court case, and then the trail off. Let's have a look at another really recent trend that Becker is really bullish on, that is reflecting in the crypto world. Of course, it is AI. Look at AI over time, guys. It's one of the healthiest, most in-demand things. And of course, the AI market cap over time. If we come to coin market cap and we click all, it's essentially reflecting it 1-to-1. Now, there is a little bit of divergence on this one. If I pull up the all, you can see the timing is basically the same on a macro, but there is a spike in the middle that doesn't exist on Google Trends, and then it levels off. The one thing I want you to also understand before we get into the specifics of the new robotics trend and Alex Becker's new token is you also have to come and have a look in crypto at the market sentiment. Because if it's a really bullish market, The liquidity's flowing, money's everywhere, interest rates are about to go down, everyone's taking more and more risks because they need to in order to make more money back on their investments, and everything's up here in the red. Things are going to fly, and the AI market caps are going to fly when this is actually red. And when it's green, which means everyone's in fear, that is when it's also going to come down. So that is the last high-level perspective context for you. What I want to show you is that robotics is also a trend. However, I want to start here because Elon Musk says that Optimus, which is the Tesla robot, will be their biggest product yet. In fact, I heard on a podcast with the All In and Elon Musk that Elon Musk thinks that the Tesla robot Optimus will be the best-selling, biggest product ever on Earth. Literally, I feel like iPhone or I don't know, the Bible or something. I don't know exactly what the #1 best-selling product is at the moment, but he believes that it's going to be dwarfed by the Optimus robot. And you can see this on a very high level. Amazon have over 750,000 robots, and it's going to trickle down through the adopters curve basically into everybody. However, the trend for robotics is a little bit hard to actually search because no one's really searching for robotics. They want a specific use case. Because say, for example, the Tesla robots were here and they literally could be doing your shopping for you, tidying your house, doing your laundry. These are the use cases that we want in robotics, and it's going to be such a massive trend over the next 5 to 10 years. But unlike Metaverse, where people are actually online searching it, it is hard to track on trends. So I want to show you a microcosm of an example. This is a robot vacuum, which was a piece of technology that developed to be very specific and outsource a lot of your work. You can see it's gone way up over time, and I believe this will be mirrored by all robotics. In fact, Crypto God John says everyone is underexposed to robotics because as the trend blows up in real life, the trend will also blow up in Web3 and crypto. He goes on to say, robotics AI will be one of the largest growing technologies you can invest in over the next 5 to 10 years. And Alex Becker agrees wholeheartedly. He says, robotics is going to go nuclear here soon. He's saying it's strongly going to be reflected into crypto, just like AI and every other trend was reflected into crypto. However, unlike everything else, robotics has not been reflected yet, because even if you go to the top robotics tokens on CoinMarketCap, you can see like out of the first 10 tokens, like 8 of them aren't actually in robotics, especially the big market cap, like 3.3 billion. You can see the whole market cap of every single robotics token is well under $1 billion. And potentially even under 500 million. In fact, the first ones that I really recognize and understand are Modular and Robora, which we're going to be talking about in this video. Because if they can become the top blue chip tokens, just like I've gone to Wayback Machine here, back to March 2024, when AI was really taking shape, and you come to the market cap of all AI tokens, which is $38 billion back in March. I remember betting on Crypto God John and Alex Becker tokens like POW, like OXO, like Desync, which rose to not the top, because the top ones in AI were like Render and Bitenter, but the next level blue chips. However, we don't have the top tier Render and TAOs. We don't even have the OXOs and POWs of the robotics world because it is so new. And POW, for example, which has had a long fall from grace recently, but at the peak of the cycle, it was at a $500 million market cap. And there is a new gold rush where companies are really rushing to build in the robotics and crypto space, and John has some words of advice to us. He says, a lot of new robotic coins are popping up, even though they're not really on the map yet, they're starting to pop up right now. Many of them are vaporware and scams, just like all niches in crypto. Just holding Modular for now, which is, I'll show you in a second. There is a reason why devs from Amazon and NASA Robotics have joined the team. Already seeing oversaturation and dilution. Stick to the leaders. Who are the leaders and who are the new kids on the block? A lot of people think Thawa is in robotics. They're actually not in robotics. They are, just like their name shows at the top, they're in real world assets, which leaves only basically one, and then the new token I'm about to tell you about in just a second, that are literally basically the only 2 tokens that are on the robotics map at the moment. And the first mover advantage is normally strong, and these 2 could become the blue chip tokens. The first is EMDR, which is Ethereum Modular, currently sitting at a $51 million market cap and has performed extremely well since literally we showed you here on the channel at a $20 million market cap when we were first highlighting the robotics niche for you. In fact, Coin Guru talks about EMDR on Twitter, and Alex Becker says this is the robotics coin, literally the blue chip of blue chips. The robotics coin, with the capitalized the, literally makes me think that this is Becker saying that this is the BitTensor Tau of AI, of robotics. He says everyone's about to be blown away from candle jealousy, which is crazy big green candles, here really soon. That was literally just 4 days ago. Now, in his video, however, and tracked on the blockchain, we have way more juicy information than that, because he talked about, and I've been trying to figure out how to share Alex Becker videos. Do we play the video? Do I just talk over the top? I found the transcript. So this is going to be the easiest and best way to go through it, because Alex Becker talks about EMDR. And he says about EMDR, which is Ethereum modular, the one at 50 mil market cap, he says this is the best coin in robotics right now, in my opinion, is modular EMDR. It just is. It has the attention, it has the narrative, it has everything going behind it. And it's why we've seen it go to a 40 million, now $50 million market cap so quickly. I think this thing's going to moon, is his price prediction, a moon, because it's just going to absorb all the attention and hype that's in the robotics industry, and that is going to be coming into the robotics industry as this narrative really takes shape. And so he thinks that we have an early version of Tau, like I was saying, in the AI niche, which went to billions of dollars of market cap for EMDR. And he says the thing is, there's not really many robotics coins out there. The only ones worth mentioning is EMDR, which he thinks is the Tau, and this new token that Alex Becker is invested in this week, which is called RBR or Robora. And he says it's like the little brother of the robotics world to EMDR right now. And on this new Robora token, which is the little brother to the EMDR token, he predicts is going to go to, this is a closed captions, which automatically tried to decipher what he said. He didn't say 350, he said a $50 million market cap. He said an easy 30, maybe a $50 million market cap in the next few weeks. And that is because Robora are literally one of the first movers. They say that they're first in modular robotics. They only have 2,300 followers over here on X, and they only just surpassed their first 2,000 holders. And so why is Becker partnered with Robora? Well, Robora described themselves as a decentralized AI orchestration platform for robotics and Internet of Things, designed to unify fragmented data, software, and hardware, I don't know why I'm highlighting that, makes it harder to read, into a collaborative blockchain-powered ecosystem where you can literally design, launch, and deploy anything you want in a 3D drag and drop robotics builder where you can assemble hardware and AI modules really easily, and then earn blockchain royalties with the Robora token by people using those things that you've built. And at the time of recording, Robora token, who is partnered with Across the Rubicon here on this channel, are currently sitting at a $15 million market cap, of which you can see exactly when Alex Becker mentioned it in the Becker effect here at $11 million market cap, all the way pushed up to a $20 million market cap. But like I promised at the start, there was someone who found this at a $2.6 million market cap way back in August 26. And this is what we do on the channel. This is what we do inside our inner circles. We find who is the earliest to these tokens, because if this continues to soar like EMDR, like TRWA, even like Pinlink in the last cycle, and it's funny I mentioned Pinlink because this guy, CryptoZac LA, was the first to Pinlink, which was one of Becker's biggest runners back in January. CryptoZac LA says, just like I said the other day, robotics AI narrative is hot right now, just like the AI narrative was hot at the beginning of 2024 last year. I just aped RBR, Robora token, at a $2.6 million market cap, a very impressive find from CryptoZac LA. Looking decent here to get first entry in. The risk to reward is nice here. This was August 27th. We come back to our chart. August 27th, you can see it's literally the day after launching down here at somewhere around that $2.7, $2.8 million market cap level. An incredible call by Zach, but also an incredible call by our inner circle, because we found this at a $5 million market cap, just like we've found 6 out of 7 of Alex Becker's latest tokens before he talks about it, because we literally, guys, are tracking 40 plus Alex Becker wallets. We're tracking other wallets in the wealth group, so we can see exactly when these people, when these KOLs, influencers are literally buying tokens and partnering with new tokens before it becomes mainstream news. So if you would have liked to hit a nice clean 4x return on Robora, or literally getting into all of these tokens, I think Graph AI might have been the only one we missed before Alex Becker was public about it. Come and join our inner circle where you get a massive advantage trading cryptos, especially if you're trading cryptos that other influencers are promoting, because we have their wallets, we track their wallets, and we show you when they buy and sell, not when they talk about it to their audience. The link to that is in the description below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.